Woo! It's cold. Welcome to a very chilly morning here in South Deerfield, Massachusetts. I've tried this before, doing a live right here at the Flagship store, but I never really had any success. However, since then, they have updated, upgraded, enhanced their Wi-Fi service indoors. So now we have free reign to go wandering inside. And what better time to go inside to visit Yankee Candle during the semi-annual sale? So are you ready? The doors just open. Let's go on in. Good morning. How you doing? Hey there, buddy. All right. So here it is. When you enter the main entrance, we're in the Yankee Candle General Market. My hands will stop shaking in the moment. I just was bitterly cold for a second. Carol's back. She's back for more. She was here yesterday on my second channel, Aromatically speaking. We're gonna head off into the Candle Emporium. I figure that's what we should do first. That's where they're gonna have all of the semi-annual sale deals. Now, since my live yesterday, I've had a chance to look around, browse, shop a little bit. I didn't buy anything, but I did find a bunch of things to highlight. But first things first. Ruth, hello. Allie, how you doing? Let's get a bird's eye view of the Candle Emporium. I'm the only person. Can you see this? There's music playing, but I'm the only person in the Emporium. Let's get a good view of this. Carol asks, how did I not buy anything? Well, I wanted to save all of my purchases for today. So if you are joining us for the first time here on the Candle Enthusiast Show, I do want to welcome you, and I want to offer a stretched out arm, a welcome for you to subscribe to this channel. We do a lot of things here in this channel. We evaluate candles from our favorite candle companies. We go on excursions, what I call aromatic journeys, destination-based shows. So go to things like museums, old resorts, historic locations, but always try to keep that thread of aroma and aromatics and how aroma ties in to our everyday life and how sometimes, well, even myself take it for granted. So experience aroma, fragrance, using our nose, or excuse me, using our nose as a compass, experiencing the world through aromatics. I haven't had my full cup of coffee yet, folks. I apologize. Did I see, we got Miss DeVille and we have Nancy is joining us. How do I look? Do I look all right? So let's show you a few things. Now, remember, I was here yesterday, and there were two candles right here. It was a tri-layered candle of autumn fragrances. I didn't own it. I wanted it. I said I was going to come back for it. I didn't, and guess what? They're gone. They are gone. But a lot of the other items on this rack that are 75% off are here. Let me flip around the camera so you're not looking at me. They can actually look at some merchandise. All right, so you know this is the time of year to stock up on Christmas items. I'm just gonna highlight this one more time real quick. Look at this. I don't remember this being in retail or in a catalog, but holy moly. This is, if you don't know, you put your tea light there, you get your little wax melt there. This is not battery powered, it doesn't light up or anything like that, but it doesn't need to. But man, this kind of looks like my dad's oven at home, even down to the backsplash. Very beautiful. Now, what's great about the Candle Emporium is that you have two of these rows, two of tarts. And not just your standard everyday tarts, things that are not always the easier fragrances to find, like cinnamon and vanilla, for example. I think that's a good example for you. But over here, we have two rows of votives. My hands are really shaking. I'm hoping this is going to calm down in just a little bit. Let me show you the treasures section because I know they did restock it last night. And it's a good time to say I did list some 24-hour auctions on the official Candle Enthusiast eBay page. And this is going to be one of the items. This is the 2017 Balsam and Cedar exclusive to the Yankee Candle Villages. Every year they have a different artwork, and there are limited quantities of these left. I have mine. The question is, do you have yours? Make sure to check out the eBay auction. Let's see, anything new? No, we were talking about cinnamon vanilla yesterday. So patchouli is officially now a returning favorite. No banner. Again, we're still dealing with some evolution of these jars. No banners anymore. And then down here we have the returning favorite, and it looks like a different font as well. Interesting. I don't know why they just didn't keep the old font for the names of the candles. We still got some returning favorites from Christmas. I have no idea why Moonbeam's pumpkins are here. Where's tulips? Did I miss it? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, you know, I don't own this one. Give me a second. Mouth is dry. Oh man. That really is nice. What was the one? Happy Spring that came out last year that had a pronounced tulip aroma. And why I'm saying that is, you know, you get the dominant, aggressive florals, but with a significant amount of fruitiness. Now, I'm not saying they're putting fruit in here, but certain, varieties of flowers or certain species of flowers, they have natural fruitiness. And what I get here, and what I usually get in tulips, it's a little bit of this peachy, nectarine, stone fruit, dehydrated apricot thing. So for me, this candle has always been rather authentic. I do not own it, or at least I don't anymore. Well, if you are, good morning. How you doing? Very good. If you are a floral scent person, they are plenty stocked with cherry blossom. If you're wondering why everyone's saying hello to me, I was in yesterday, like I said, and I told everyone I was going to be back. Cherry blossom, you know that? Does anybody own that one? Because I've never owned it. I've never burned it. This is one that, believe it or not, when it was released, I bought Crisp Autumn Night, or Crisp Fall Night, excuse me, but I never bought Autumn Gathering, and now I cannot find it, at least easily, in the original label. Kind of regretting that. So let's get to the semi-annual sale stuff. That's why we're here. So beginning here, we have our Reed diffusers. Now, I don't participate in anything that is not flame related, but here we go. I mean, I usually don't even stop to look. Wow, there's a lot of oils in this diffuser. anyone have success with these? And my question is, if you burned the candle, let's say strawberry lemon ice, would it smell similar in your house compared to if you were burning the candle or melting a tart? Or are there variances? Is there a different experience between the reed diffusers and the actual burning of the candles? Now here we go, refills. Now these are all on sale. Sale price $5. That seems like an awful lot of liquid for $5. I gotta look into this reed diffusion thing. Now we all know about the Winter Wonderland collection that came out this year, all new labels. Some of us were okay with this. Some of us had a little bit of problems with the label. I was supposed to do a whole video on it, but this Sleigh Bell Rings was a completely different fragrance altogether. It wasn't even the same, even close to the original that came out in 2015. This is a much more of a baking spice approach, whereas the original Sleigh Bell Rings was more of like a winterberry profile. Very interesting. But if you look right over here, this is what's great about Yankee Candle Village. Here we are. We have the old labels too. So they have stuff like this just floating around. And when the seasons go away, they put them in the back, and then semi-annual sale comes around, they bring them right back on the shelf. So we have the older labels of the Winter Wonderland. And honestly, I'm telling you right now, I probably will be going home today with this, because this is one I've regretted not buying, and I think it's about time I take it home. Build a snowman, Elsa. All right, we have our fragrance spheres. I do this sometimes, not all the time, to be honest with you. If I do use these, I will use them in my cars instead of the car jars. I bought a whole bunch in candy corn and witch's brew, and I had a great time with them. Oh, here we go, witch's brew. Oh, that's really pretty. It's got the 2017 design. Oh, that's really nice. All right. Now, I was mentioning this yesterday, that what's really nice about shopping at the Yankee Candle Village semi-annual sale is that Yankee Candle sells other companies' products, but these products also go on sale. So we have a whole bunch of Christmas table dressings. We have mugs, teapots, plates, serviettes, candy dishes. Everything's 50% off. I don't know what company this is, but man, let me tell you, this is the time of year to stock up on your Christmas needs. So $7 or $7.50 for a plate. I don't live with anybody, so one plate, you know what? Setting for one plate, I could do one of everything. I can afford that. Tea lights, tea lights, tea lights. I want to get to the accessories here. Can't help but mention these. I had a request to analyze a few wine-related fragrances, and I will be doing that. I might not be doing that on the live, but I'm going to be doing a separate vlog today. I was so shocked that they really pushed these hard when they were released. The price was pretty steep, and yet they're here now for 75% off. Oh man, that's kind of sad. I'm glad I did not invest in them when they originally came out. Barney's egg, Barney the dinosaur. If I had a place to put this thing, I don't really think you guys can understand the scope of this. This thing is massive. I could easily, and I have a big head, I could easily put my head into that and walk around like a really creepy creature from like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. But it's a very light paint job, so I would imagine the illumination would really glow and send that soft light all around the room where you have that. So I actually might buy that too. 50% off wall. Do you remember these? I don't. Where did these things come from? And how do I miss all of these things? Got that nice marble base. This frosted glass is attached. I love this. And that's never, ever, even if you have a dog or a cat, that's never gonna tip over. What else is catching my eye? I'm doing a little bit of repeating from yesterday. I hope you don't mind, but I do own this one. This I've had extreme success with. I highly recommend it in any color for anyone who likes jar glass holders, hurricanes, whatever you want to call them. Not only are they beautiful, and to me they kind of have that like 70s, like late, I don't know, I'd say mid 70s retro look, which I love that kind of aesthetic. But also look at the thickness of that glass. That's heavy duty. That's really gonna hold in the heat on your candle very well, which will give you a steady, even wax pool. Whereas, even though this is gorgeous, you know, you're looking at something that's very thin and frail here. So although it's pretty, it won't function as much as just popping in to say hello. All right, well, thank you for doing so. I'm trying to read your comments while I'm doing this. I have the Fractal Hurricane with my sugar cookie martini. Very nice. EMI, yes, bye. Have a good one. All right. Now stop me if you guys see anything that you enjoy. What I'm gonna do later for my vlog is I'm going to pick up take a shopping cart, and I'm gonna pick up a bunch of things and just sit down and do like a massive haul of everything I enjoy. I won't be purchasing everything that I show. This allows me to do a haul of things that I enjoy without having to actually take them home. This is really nice too. I don't know what time of the year I'd use this for, but this would be really nice with Sicilian lemon or autumn leaves. I'm so lost when I'm looking at these accessories because I've got to the point where when the catalogs are released, I purposely don't even look at the accessories anymore, just to kill the temptation of buying things. But when they're on sale, it's a completely different story. This was something I thought was cool. For the 2017 cookie swap, let's see if I can get this open. For the 2017 cookie swap, they had this cookie tin with all of the fragrances. We have the fresh baked apple cake cup, the sparkling sugar cookie, lemon drop cookie, and the iced gingerbread. You get 2 of each with the little votive, starburst votive in the center. I had to pick one of these up for myself, and I actually gifted a few of these. And believe it or not, Bed Bath & Beyond was the first to get these tins, even before the retail shops.
Hi, you finding everything okay?
Perfect, thank you. And $1 car jars, yeah. You know that's gonna happen. You know that's gonna happen. Just trying to scope them out, you know, fun stuff like this, the See America collection. All right. So they also are having a sale today on every normal price jar. It's four for $44. Four large jars for $44. And look at this, see, online exclusives. Now this was originally released in 2015, Sparkling Balsam, but they brought this back for the website this year. And again, one more thing that's fantastic about the Yankee Candle Village is that they carry online exclusives. You come here, they have it. So this way you never have to worry about, oh man, will I like that fragrance? Am I taking a risk? You don't have to worry about it. And we have the Sea Witch down here. Remember to make sure you pick up one of these whenever you see one, because this is gone forever. I was really impressed with that one. And of course, they retired it immediately. Winter Garden. So Winter Garden was another one of those situations where this came out in 2014? 2014? 15? I can't remember anymore. But either way, it was released again, poured again, a new label for 2017, but it was offered as an online exclusive. And this one, oh man, oh man. I burned this on Thanksgiving Day one year. And what happened was, let me smell this. Oh yeah. Really, I you know, I don't talk about this one enough. This is everything Christmas. This is everything Alpine, but it's going to offer tons of spices, but not overly aggressive spices. And of course, some herbal notes happening in there as well. What I was saying about when I was burning this for Thanksgiving, I fell asleep on the couch after dinner. And this is a big no-no. You don't fall asleep with a candle burning. But I burned like, you know, like a quarter of the candle because the flame was so high. And that's upsetting because I like to burn my candles nice and slow. Sugared pumpkin squirrel. Squirrel. Wow. I need my coffee, guys. Sugared pumpkin swirl. Something that got cut out from a video that I was producing back in November was went to a bunch of strangers, a bunch of just people off the streets, asked them kindly if they'd like to participate in a video, and I wrapped this up in a brown bag, and I wrapped spiced pumpkin up in a brown bag, and I had a blind sniff test. I asked them which one they liked more, the pumpkin, the sugared pumpkin swirl, or the spiced pumpkin. And 100% of the folks I tried this on said the spiced pumpkin. A testament to one of Yankee Candle's classics. Perfect pillars. Let's see if we can get a good look at what we have here. Winter's Glow. That one's standing out to me. Oh, here we go. They just replenished this. Yeah, I remember when this was super hot, super hot. Get it before it sells out. I even said that myself. And now here we are, 75% off. And look at how many they have. Man, imagine if we invested. We just like bought this whole table, right? And we like set up our own candle shop. We stocked up on this amazing inventory. Here we have the Witch's Brew candles. I don't think they're gonna look like this. If I had to guess, I don't think they're gonna look like this again. So I truly do believe these and the pillar jars, the soy blend Halloween candles, are going to be collector's items one day. At least collector's items to people like us. More wine candles. Did I see Spooky Villages out there? I thought I saw Spooky Villages. Doug, are you lurking in the dark? There he is. Doug, nice to see you. All right. I'm looking for some unusual things. A lot of centerpieces. Again, now this is something I don't do. But if you're about the centerpieces, whoa boy. How do you choose? I mean, do you buy more than one? Like, is that what you do? Or do you just buy one, maybe one for every room and that's it? Or do you switch them out with the season? And, yeah, you better believe it. Woodwick is very much present at the Yankee Candle Village. And look at all of all of these treasures. I haven't even experimented with any of these. I bought the Soho candle, the one that was exclusive for Candle Power, but that was the only one, other than a couple small ones I purchased for an experimental video. What I was really impressed by were these boats. I'm trying to think of what they're called. I think they're called boats. But man, see that wick there? I don't know what they call that, but like that is some form of like wooden technology, and this thing is lit. Elliptical, thank you, that is the word. This thing rips and roars so loudly. Just out of novelty, I would love to get one of those. An oatmeal cookie. I just want to take this right now, go to my hotel room, get a box of oatmeal cookies, just burn this, chill out. Pumpkin butter. What do we got here? These are cute. We got some Pluswick ceramic woodwick candles. And this is cool. This, I will admit, I wish that Yankee would do things like this. You're not only getting an accessory, but you're getting a candle inside. I love these crackled, shattered candle holders. And I bet you they're not priced that badly either. They are 50% off. I don't know what the retail is. This one is really nice. Not like Yankee's Fireside, that's for sure. But those of you who are fans of Yankee Candle's Fireside, I do want to put out there, I'm working on a rather extensive video on Fireside, and I will have that up hopefully by the end of January. I've been working on it since November, if you can believe it. Again, once again, you get a very special ceramic vessel, Pluswick, and the candle inside. All right, let's try to get another nice view before we continue. You know what? Let's do this. All right. So They have sale racks in the center that are looking a bit depleted. The treasures, nothing much going on there. They did restock for yesterday. But a lot of the candles here are mainly for the sale today, the 4 for 44. And over here is where you make your own. Just in case you haven't seen my in-depth tour video of Yankee Candle Village, you should check that out if you haven't. This is where you can make your own candles. You take one of these jars right there, you bring it over here, and you select all the different colors and fragrances that you want. They heat that candle, fusing all of those little wax chips together, and you have your own candle that you've created that you can take home. And of course, the King Candle. Photo opportunity right there, King Candle. That is about 1,400 pounds of paraffin wax. And they're saying on the label that it would take 7.5 years, 7.5 years to burn that candle. Would you burn it though? Would you burn it? I don't think you'd burn it, to be honest with you. All right, where's the semi-annual sale? This is the Bath and Body section here. Mama said, bath bombs. Never done it, never tried it. Future episode maybe, perhaps. We're looking for candles today though. This seems to be somewhat new. Some like barbershop, men's accessories. This wasn't here as of maybe 6 months ago. We have right here like gentleman's body lotion, sandalwood. I think that might be a response to Crinkle Candles' attention to the men's bath and body products that they have in their flagship store. It's a good tune. YouTube, don't flag the video, please. The best thing to do is just keep talking over the copyrighted music. Let's go in the kitchen, see if we have any sales inside of the kitchen area. Uh-oh, I'm not seeing any for sale signs. But look at this. Not the most impressive kitchen I've ever seen, but check out the spider burners, right? Oh man, if only I was in a situation again where I had a place to cook just like this. I might be doing a cooking show just alongside with a candle show because, man, I would love to get behind the counter and cook in front of the camera now. Always love this. What kind of upsets me is they never really utilize it. Maybe I've seen a few demonstrations here and there, but they really only utilize it on like holiday weekends, and this is a holiday weekend after all. A lot of northeastern products, so somewhat local products like a Stonewall Kitchen. They have a lot of sauces, soups, pasta sauces, like right here. Ooh. Traditional brownie mix. Yeah. Dulce de leche sauce. Sweet milk sauce, right? I took French. All right, semi-annual sale. Come on. Actually, let me show you something else. You ever wonder why Yankee Candle doesn't have apparel? T-shirts, hats, even things just like, I don't know, mugs, little trinkets, tokens that you can take home with you. They don't make them. However, the villages have always done so. We have some coffee thermoses or tea thermoses. We have some water bottles here. These are pretty nice. I love that color. But it's very rare and it's almost odd to see merchandise like this from Yankee Candle. And before they had that new font, they did have other merchandise with the old font as well. And I still have a bunch at home. We even have a Yankee Candle LED flashlight for when you're in very precarious, dark situations. We got pens, buttons. Oh, magnet button. I like that. I'm overexposed at the moment. Bottle openers. Now this one seems a little bit strange. Is this a business card holder? But that would be kind of weird if you gave someone a business card and you pulled this out of your pocket. Although it has adhesive on the back, so I'm not sure what that's all about. T-shirts. So we have the women's baby doll T-shirts in all sizes, in this kind of slate gray color. This lighting is not really perfect to display the colors of these items. And for the men, we have the standard men's tee, not overly covered by things, which I enjoy. I just really wish it had the old logo on there, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good. And these T-shirts are made by, what's that company called? Is it District? I thought it was District 1. Oh, District 1 is the movie. All right. Let us go. Let's head towards. I'm just waiting for like an employee to come and say like, what the heck are you doing? But most folks around here know the drill with me. They know when they see me coming that like, oh my God, here we go. Get out of the way of the camera. It's really pretty. These new labels. See, look, the new labels, they're not the worst thing in the world. I honestly have warmed up to them quite a bit. I mean, now that they're taking new photos, look at how beautiful that is. That contrast, that saturation of color, and then I should say that contrasted with, or maybe complemented would be the better word, complemented by the color of the wax. All right, so we got Ben and Jerry's. We have the Fudge Shop. Again, I've covered all of this in prior videos, but if this is your first time with us on this channel, we had a nice little jump in subscribers recently, so I want to make sure that they're getting to see the village as well. Now, Yankee Candy, another thing people always say. They always say to me, why is it that Yankee Candle doesn't have a Yankee Candy? Well, they do, or at least they do here at the Flagship. Now, they're not really making that much candy, but they do carry nostalgic candies in here. I mean, really, like any kind of nostalgic candy that you're looking for, whether it be cotton candy, candy necklaces, my favorite as a child, Nerds candy. But this whole room is just covered. Look at that. Look at this. You need scale reference for this. Do you see what I'm talking about? That is a lot of gumballs that would take quite a bit of effort to knock that over. And I will not do that. Will not do that. All right. Always tons of plush stuff for the kids. I love this room because it is for the science-minded children, which was really what I was growing up. And things like black lights and UV activated things always got me super excited. Did anybody have these on their ceiling when they were a child? I didn't. My father wouldn't let me. But I wanted them. Uh-oh. Do you hear what I hear? Do you hear what I hear? Oh man, I was afraid of it for this. I don't know. They've maintained the hat. I thought this was just a Halloween costume, but they have one of those like Renaissance, like princess cone hats with the whatever you call it hanging in the back. You put that little wand in her hand to make her look a little bit more friendly. I mean, Yankee, I love you, but I think you're gonna have to put a little bit more effort than a hat and a wand to take my nightmares away, because I still see this almost every night. And the hands, the fact that she's got man hands, those aren't like a little girl's hands, a little woman's hands. No, those are like full-grown, brawny man hands. I'm just surprised there's not hair on the knuckles. Now these guys, perfectly fine, perfectly fine. He's got a little bit of a kung fu movie look to his beard, which is kind of cool. I like that. I love kung fu films. And this guy, perfectly normal. But I wonder if these three have names. If somebody really wants to impress me, see if you can find out if these characters have official names. I've asked, I've inquired, but I've never gotten a straightforward answer. Well, so technically we have Disney products now. Technically, that is. Is anyone else excited to see Star Wars Land at Disneyland for 2019? I'm okay with it. So we got Santa's Workshop, and look who's hanging out in Santa's Workshop today. Not Santa Claus, but we got Mrs. Claus granting wishes to little children. She looks like she's hard at work, knitting or darning something, whatever you call it. But she's doing something. But Santa is not in. He's probably out feeding the reindeer, or maybe working on the Christmas present conveyor belt system. Nicole says her son is more interested about Star Wars Land. Yeah, that's good though. That's really cool, since, Star Wars really isn't. Star Wars is not even my generation. But it's great to see, the young kids really get into it now. I really do want to bring attention to this. I love these things. They do not come out every year. It's not like they have a new one every year, but every 3 years they will release an exclusive limited edition Yankee Candle Bear and he's always wearing a different kind of jacket. This year he's a little bit more lean. He's got this like rebel without a cause, James Dean look going on to him. And the best thing is, bam. That's a quality bear right there. That's a quality bear for $12.99, and this is the only place you can buy it. However, if you give Yankee Candle a call, or if you reach out to me and say, man, you know, I really need one of those bears, I'll pick one up for you. Wow, that's kind of cool. That's like Olaf's creepy uncle that you secretly like because I don't know. Is he intoxicated? Is that the impression we're supposed to get? I like that. That's super soft. All right. Let me try to really prevent the camera from shaking and show this room in real time. Every time I've showed this room, I had to edit it because it's such a small room and I don't have an incredibly wide lens, so it's hard to get so many things into this shot. But the amount of detail in this room, look at this. Excuse the condition of my fingernails. This is cement. This is, I mean, there's certainly plywood underneath, but this is some form of plaster or stone. I shouldn't say cement, but some form of plaster. And that is the real deal. This is not like pulled from a mold. This is not fiberglass. I can tell from here that is 100% real. I don't know where they grabbed this from, but how awesome would that look in your home? And even the beams up top. And we have more than life-size Nutcracker. People in my other videos asked if the Nutcracker actually functions, because this guy could like crack skulls. But the thing is, he does not function. His mouth is in a permanently closed position, which is probably for the best. We got tapestries on the wall here. Nutcrackers everywhere. But what's my favorite thing in this room? Can anyone guess? Come on, you guys know me. What is my two favorite things in this room? Shout out to Monica Poland. The chair, Julie's Sugar Pie Cottage. Yes, Julie, you're correct. There it is. One day I was very nervous, very scared that they got rid of it because they moved it from this table, it's all the way here in the corner. To me, even as a child, I was drawn to this chair. This is the real deal. This is no exaggeration. I don't know where this would have come from, where they would have obtained it, but to me this looks like, you guessed it, like Jack Sparrow's chair. You know, I can see him tipping back in that chair, gliding on the open seas. I want that chair. One day, I'm just gonna put it out there, one day, I will own this chair. How? I don't know. I haven't planned it out yet, but I will own this chair. But the other thing that I love dearly is Geppetto's cuckoo clock. Now, it's not really Geppetto's cuckoo clock. I just call it that. But this thing stands at like a proud 7 feet tall. It has to be hand whittled, hand carved. And the detail is insane. You know, I'm touching it and I really should not be. Look at this. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Is that like Bambi and his mother? She's like, go on, Bambi. Go on, Bambi. Live your own life. I can't be with you forever. I'm making myself sad right now. Squirrel with what looks like an acorn, but also could be a pineapple representing hospitality. Yeah, I won't own this one day, but if the opportunity ever presented itself, like say at auction, I would certainly consider it. Now, although this guy is made out of fiberglass, he's made out of fiberglass. It looks very real, very real. Movie quality for sure. He is made out of fiberglass, but they do have real metal men of armor suits or armor suits, whatever we want to call them. Steins aplenty. You know who would love this room? Ariel. Ariel, trinkets, gadgets, aplenty. What's in the box? Can anybody guess? Nothing. All right, let's pick this up. Ooh. What's that? Can somebody from German descent or who knows German translate this for me or tell me a little bit about what this is? This looks like a very thin wafer cookie. And I'm terrible at pronouncing German words. This room does look like Game of Thrones a bit, doesn't it? It's got a little bit more of that. Yeah, no, I'll go with that. I'll go with that. Game of Thrones is just a mixture of genres to me. But there's certainly set dressings that look, this definitely looks like Game of Thrones. So photo opportunity. You got these wonderful chairs. You come by, I got this really funny picture of my mother and father sitting in the two of these chairs, and they made me promise never, ever to share those photos. But they're hilarious. Oh. We're getting back to candles, but come on. This is the first full live walkthrough I've ever done. Like full walkthrough. We're heading into the facade, the front entrance of the Nutcracker Castle. Are we ready? Are we ready? Follow me. That's real. So we have a drawbridge of sorts, guarded by two knights in shining armor. And I'm holding the iPhone X, which is going to give me one more stop of light. So hopefully we can see a little bit more than my other cell phone footage that I've done in this room. Yeah, that's not that bad. You can see it pretty well. Now, we have a major fountain that begins right over here and runs down there through the room. We got another like waterfall here through this passageway underneath the drawbridge, underneath, and then in to this last part, which also spews out some water over here. Very cool. But the best thing about this fountain isn't the visuals. It isn't the sounds, which are very lovely. The best thing about this water fountain is the cool, humid air when you walk into this room. It's like being in, like an indoor pool, but only it's cold. And it really does feel like you're outside in the evening with water trickling, falling all around you. I can feel the breeze. I can feel the draft, the breeze, whatever you want to call it, of this waterfall here on my face. I can feel droplets of water on my face. And there is the facade, people. I wish I had a larger, wider lens at this moment to show you, but there it is. Honestly, I do this, what, once every 2 months, and I'm still excited every time I come here. Look at this, even the ground sets the stage, makes you feel like you're outside. And better than that, look at the stars on the ceiling. Now, you might be able to see the ceiling right now, but that's only because the camera is adjusting the exposure. But with the naked eye, what my eye sees is not that ceiling. It sees just little specks of light up in that dark ceiling. I love it. All right, let's talk about this candle. Does anybody want to give this candle a shout out? This was my second ever video of the Candle Enthusiast. I did Crisp Fall Night. I went around for 2 days asking complete strangers, having them smell this candle, telling them, asking them if they thought the name Crisp Fall Night was accurate to the smell. And I really collected, to me, what I would consider interesting data. But I love this candle. I've heard a lot of people say it's a little bit too strong for them. But my suggestion in that scenario is just keep it in a very large room or a loftier space. I'm trying to read some of the comments here. I got back and forth between whether I like it or I don't, says Spooky. I'm gonna just keep the camera here while I read some of your comments here. Carol says, I like Crisp Fall Nights, just in smaller doses. I can totally understand. And Miss DeVille wants those gargoyles. So do I. Wait, Carol, what did you do as a disaster? Oh, I see. Gotcha. That's kind of funny. I think I understand what you're saying. All right, let's continue. I'm trying to keep my eyes on what I'm doing without trying to walk into people. I'm looking at your comments, I'm looking at the camera, and I'm trying to keep my eyes where I'm going at the same time. This is the Jim Shore room. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, I've accidentally called this the Howard Shore room. Howard Shore is going to be a film composer, not a figurine maker. But I love the work that they produce. This company, it looks as if everything is whittled, but it's not. It's made out of resin plastic and very, very durable and painted supremely. And although I love that Santa, it's when I get over to this section that really starts to drive me nuts. Oh man, oh man. Look at the detail. You see the purple and the green and these highlights of the cracks and the wrinkles in her dress. And look at Dorothy's face, her expression. That's a very, very good expression, wouldn't you say? How hard it is to paint eyes so it doesn't look like they're cross-eyed, especially when something is this small. This is, one day I will maybe get this one. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. And then we have, yes, you guessed it, all of the peanuts. Peanuts, Charlie Brown. This really starts to hurt. This pulls at the heartstrings very hard. And I have to control myself and say, no, Shane, no, you can't buy this. And then after we see some of the Disney princesses, we're going to go into the village room. I don't know if we got Doug still with us, but I want to spend some time in that village room. Peppermint Patty. Yeah, that was me in grade school, that's for sure. Look at these. So Jim Shore makes this collection. They're called, I don't know, it's the Princess Castle figures. Essentially, you have all the Disney princesses and queens, I guess, because Elsa's a queen. But you have their castle on the dress itself. This one's a little weird. It looks like she's kind of, lifting up her dress. However, I love this idea to see Cinderella's castle. You're getting Cinderella's castle and the princess. You guys might think I'm weird. Why am I talking about Disney princesses? I love Disney. I'm a huge Disney fan. No question, if I had another topic for another vlog, I'd be doing Disney vlogs. That's why every now and then I do throw in a Disney video, because I just enjoy it that much. And sweet Aurora in her blue dress. More Disney. But I've shown this all before, so if you want to see those figurines, go back to my in-depth tour of the Yankee Candle Village. There's many of them, but there's one that's like 45 minutes long. That's the one you're going to want to see. You know what's funny is I'm not seeing any sale prices in here. Look at that. And the tree is spinning just very slowly. You know what? Let's see if we can get a good shot. Oh yeah, that good shot. Come on, you know it. Let me just adjust it a little bit. There we go. That shot right there, this little video clip, I'd put that in one of my videos. I like that shot. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. Entering out of the Christmas Bavarian courtyard and entering the Snowflake Factory. Whoa, Santa Claus. Don't be alarmed. And check it out, right on time. Every 4 minutes here at the village, we have snow. They keep the magic happening here at the village. And all of this snow is simply just soap suds. But man, the kids, they really, really go nuts. Because it's really, to them, it's like magic right in front of their eyes. And do you hear all the sound effects in this room? Uh-oh. Doug, we're getting close, Doug. We're getting close. I wish they would just dim the lights just a little bit more in here. I feel like there's a little bit too many of these lights on, or just not dim enough. Also, Yankee, if you're listening, see these icicles here, up here on the ledge, you need to, I really would like you to see you put lights behind those icicles. So when those like twinkle lights glow, it will shine through the icicles, highlighting them, because in this lighting, they're actually very hard to see. Just a little note on my end. And what does this say? No snow in Germany, just gray fog. Awesome idea, though. Miss DeVille, how about a little bit of like some low-lying fog in this room? They make these fog machines with what they call chillers, so that when the fog jets out, it puts like a sub-zero temperature to the fog, which keeps it very cold and on the ground. Like one of those old-time movie cemetery scenes where the fog is just floating on the floor. That would be so awesome. I bet you there would be some problems with liability when it came to that, people not being able to see where they're stepping. However, it would look cool. All right, here we go. Look at all of this. The Margarita Lounge. This, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, this is new. I don't think I'm wrong about that. That is not there. You know what was there just a couple months ago was Santa and Rudolph right over here. And Elsa and Anna used to be here 2 years ago. What is going on here? Oh my God. Look how terrified his face is. And there's this just man or boy, and there's no explanation. Is he making a snow angel? Did he get run over by a snow plow? That is a little bit terrifying. And the fact that you could see a vague smile on his face is not making the situation any better. Now, Doug, honest opinion, if you're out there listening, this is going to be like carved styrofoam. It is coated in some form of, I don't know, maybe not polyurethane, but something to make it a little extra hard. You have, the fake snow. What do you think, Doug, to your standards, how good are these villages set up? Or what do you think could be done to make them look any better? Margarita, this is definitely new. Okay, Doug's just confirming that it's an amazing display. I love how we have the blue light. It's not a black light, it's a blue light. Let's see if we can see it. See it? That runs up against that wall, and the wall is not black. It does have a blue color, and it gradiently, or it starts to taper out into a black color. And if you look close, you would see a little itsy bitsy stars on there. Dairy Queen. I think a lot of these are new. Be honest, Doug, be honest. Trust me, there's no judgment. No judgment here on The Candle Enthusiast. How much would you love to shrink yourself to the size of this guy right here and go frolicking around in all of these villages, kind of like Beetlejuice style? How much would you want to do that? I would want to do that. That's what we all want to do. Yeah, right? Because wouldn't it be great if we lived in this world, a world of miniatures, where there's snowmen all year round? The most fun part of villaging is just standing there and imagining that. It's why I enjoy the seasonal displays so much. And really, it's the reason why I started my channel. I love talking about them. Doug, you're really passionate. I commend you for that. I really, really commend you for that. Keep doing what you're doing, because just you sharing that little token of enthusiasm and passion, it just makes me enjoy these villages that much more. And folks, if you are not subscribed to Spooky Villages, Doug, he's a fantastic guy. Swing over and say hello, share him some love. He's got a whole bunch of different content that I'm sure you will enjoy, all of it. You got Halloween, you got villages. It's not just Halloween all the time. He's branched out, and now he's in the candle world. Like, he's a major player in YouTube as far as reviewing and evaluating candles. I couldn't recommend Doug anymore, so make sure you check him out. I'll try to remember to link him up in this live video when this is all concluded. So I did purchase this for my brother for Christmas 2 years ago. This kind of reminds me, if Nicole's still here, she might remember. You're not a doofus. You're not a doofus. Trust me, Doug. I bought this for my brother for Christmas 2 years ago, and it reminds me of the once standing MGM Studios water tower in Orlando, Florida, that's now been disassembled and put away for good, which is very, very sad. And the last time I was here, Mickey's nose was broken with the Yankee Candle staff. The Yankee Candle staff fixed her nose. The towers. Yeah, we got a few of them. We got Snoopy's water dish tower. My brother's got this on his desk. Let's see. Speaking of that, well, I just want to highlight this one more time. The Chrysler building. Oh, man. Now, I spent a lot of time in New York City. I wouldn't necessarily call myself like an extreme New Yorker, but there's a very special place in my heart for New York City. When I see that Chrysler building, it really gets me excited. Now this is Doug's, a little bit more of Doug's style here. I love this guy. Hazardous waste. So this is going to be their Halloween village. This stays up all year round. So you can come purchase Halloween at your discretion. Hattie's headwear. This, if I'm not mistaken, is a new piece, maybe not. Oh, and there's that tower that Doug was talking about. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And look at the little, the little ladder to the top. Very cool. Even have the moon rising or setting. Yeah, you got to make it out here sometime, Doug. You really do. And don't try to do like a one-day thing. Just book a room, spend a couple days here. Make sure you come during the week when it's not too busy. Yeah, I know this might be torturing you guys a little bit. Mel just said this is making me, or Melissa just said, this is making me want to get back into D56 collecting. We got the Whoville, and we got National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I honestly did not get for the longest time why they kept this house from being lit. And I still don't know because it's lit now. I don't know if they had it not lit because of, kind of joke, an inside joke of the movie. Carol, you're leaving. Bye-bye, Carol. Thank you for joining on both days. I really appreciate it. But we got Clark W. Griswold here up on top. Now, we don't spend too much time in this room. So let's take a look. First of all, let's get that bird's eye view. I can't get in a shot, but I could sit here all day and smell the candles. They have all of the candles lined up on the walls of this room, subcategorized by genre. And what I mean by that, I don't know, does Yankee Candles still use the genres? Because the new labels don't incorporate the genres anymore. They don't have that little gold medallion on the label. But we have festive here. We have fruit over here. We got fresh. We got more fresh festive over here. Listen to the sound of that floor. I love the sound of that floor. I posted this up on eBay too. This is probably the longest, I would say the candle that's been exclusive to the Village the longest. Edelweiss, yeah, it's Sound of Music all the way. I have this posted on eBay right now for $24. So if you want me to take one home with you, make sure you check out my current listings. I actually, in fact, have the New England Blueberry, the New England Maple. I have the Williamsburg Pineapple, and I have the 2017 Balsam and Cedar exclusive Village jar with Santa on the top. And I will combine shipping. All the proceeds go back into the channel. Look at these new photos. Chocolate layer cake. See, this is what I mean. Like, come on, you have to agree. This is not a bad situation. For all of us that got sick to our stomachs about the change of the labels. Now, like I said, that they're taking new pictures and not just cropping them. If anything, the European candles are being cropped, because what they would do now is they crop it like this with these new photos. So the US labels, actually, you do see more. It's just a very, very strange aspect ratio. What I mean by aspect ratio is just the ratio of, height to width. No photographer is taught to frame or compose a photo in this aspect ratio. And look at that. I mean, already, that's better. Or was that the original? I'm just so used to seeing the small jar. Oh yeah. Sugar and spice. Ooh, this reminds me of Disneyland. Churros. Oh man. I was gonna do a side-by-side sugar and spice, and what's the other one? Sugar and spice, and what's the other one? Apple cider. It's not apple cider donut, is it? I can't think of it right now, but I was gonna do a side-by-side and actually go on out to farmers markets and ask other folks as well, get their opinions. It's my dad's favorite candle. Why? I don't know. It's a very nice candle. Apple spice may have been it. Now, I think that was one that I was going to bring out. My dad actually wants me to pick up one of those for him. It's his birthday in a couple of days. So if you could wish my father a very happy birthday. I might be watching. On the case he's watching, he'd be very happy to see that. Wow, there's a rather large delay from when I speak and when I hear or see your guys' comments. I'm telling you, 2018 is going to be a big year. There's going to be a really nice video, at least to me, very meaningful video on this candle in the very near future. Hopefully, I need to get a few friends involved in making this happen. But this is, a lot of people think this is a newer candle by Yankee Candle. This is actually an oldie. This is an oldie. This one's been around for a while. It disappeared for many years. But Over the River is, to me, this really nice, softer approach to lavender and bergamot. Sandalwood. Something in, this is why I can't do it live, but I would have to find a really nice descriptor in the coniferous tree realm. It's not pine tree, it's not pine needles. Maybe juniper berry. Yes, that's what I would say, juniper berry on this candle. If you don't own this, go to your local Yankee Candle and smell it if you haven't smelled it. A beautiful candle, in my opinion. And I've recently received a request to review this candle. Actually, I've received it since I really started the channel, but I got a recent request. So I'm gonna try to get to this one soon. Wow, can you smell that? This Catching Rays is actually smelling exceptionally good right now. Wow, let me try this one. It's a little bit different than I remembered. Wow, that really smells intensely strong. Oh man, is this the same woman from Tahitian Nights? I think it was the same photo shoot, maybe? Nah, Tahitian Nights, she was a darker haired woman. What do you think? Should I buy this for Monica for her 100 subscribers? Monica's my sister-in-law. She started her own YouTube channel, and she just got 100 subscribers the other day. And she actually did it faster than I did and my brother did. So huge shout out to Monica for putting in the work and making it happen. The name of her channel is Super Simple Arts and Crafts. So if you have youngsters at home, or if you're into making arts and crafts, I dig that kind of thing. Check out her channels. Go by, say hello. It's Super Simple Arts and Crafts, starring Monica Carlson. Pink Sands. I ruined an entire jar of Pink Sands once. It was during the earthquake in California. I was trying to salvage the broken glasses. And what I did was I put all of the wax into a brand new jar. I melted the wax, put it into a brand new jar, and to solidify the wax, I made the stupidest mistake. I submerged it into cold water, and the glass just shattered in, like, not even pieces, just like splinters. And the wax just mixed in with the water in the sink. My apartment smelled fantastic for months. However, it was very sad to just completely ruin a Yankee Candle within a matter of seconds. All right. How about we do this one for St. Patrick's Day this year? I think this would be a great one to focus on. This wasn't around last year for St. Patrick's Day. Meadow Showers. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. We have an older label. The pour date on this is going to be 2017. Again, confuses me. I don't get it. This was poured last year, and so was this. So, what's happening? I'm guessing these are going out to Hallmarks and Kohl's and things like that. Sun and Sand. Sun and Sand is one that I've never really, thought about too much. That's not to say I did not like it, but this was one of very few candles that were highlighted at Candle Power in NYC. That was the pop-up storefront hosted by Yankee Candle. And they had like 8 of these rip-roaring in like a small little space. And man, if I ever truly like was inside of a Yankee Candle, well, it was that. I mean, I've never been inside of a Yankee Candle, but it felt like I was surrounded by the aromatics. Very nice, very nice. Clean, laundered linen. You do have a suggestion of a salty sea breeze, a little bit of minerality, but for the most part, we're dealing with that sea breeze, floral, citrus contrast. That effect, floral, citrus, always gives us that perception of clean air. It's the language of fragrance. Beach walk. Now see, this is going to be the same thing, but this has a little bit more of like white blossom, powdery florals. So that gives it a floral musk. And what helps that musk is sandalwood. I mean, I can't say for sure there's sandalwood in this. You might look this up and it doesn't say sandalwood, but I'm guessing it's sandalwood, no matter what it says in the description. And that sells the whole concept of the boardwalk, or say like driftwood. All right, let me read some of your comments. I'm going to stick right here, and I'm going to go back and read some of your comments. This is, all of these fresh ones are in Allie's wheelhouse. Always looking for more Halloween candles. Meadow Showers is so good. Should I just buy it today? There's 4 for $44, so maybe I'll just buy it. Maybe buy a smaller one to burn, and then I'll use this for my evaluation when St. Patrick's Day rolls around. And yet another video I'm waiting to do. It's Warm Luxe Cashmere, side by side with Warm Cashmere, the UK release. Both came out in the same year. Both completely different candles, but probably one of the most asked questions to a Yankee Candle associate. What is the difference between Warm Luxe Cashmere and Warm Cashmere? There's a lot of differences. So I'm anxiously awaiting to record those, film those reviews. All right, so we're entering the general store. This is actually where we started, the beginning of the tour. Now this is gonna have, again, not super local, but Northeast New England products, kitchen, kitchenware and what do we want to call it? Things like syrups and honeys and cookie and cake mixes, muffin mixes, teas, even some coffee. Let's give a little shout out to Rabbit Creek. Whoa, wait a minute. Hold the phone. Sun-dried tomato and Parmesan cheese beer bread mix. Oh, man. Let's see. I'm just going to go down here real quick to check out some of the maple syrup. And then we might start saying goodbye to one another, because I do have a full vlog that I do want to film today. They moved. They moved the the honey. It used to be right here. So let me set this camera up. All right, folks. That's going to be it for today. I have a lot of work to do. Thank you for joining this live video. This is kind of an epic moment. This is my first full live tour of the Yankee Candle Village. I never thought technology would ever be able to make this happen. And it's been a long time coming. And it's just a pleasure to always bring you guys along on my journeys. Hopefully, maybe we'll see if we can get a little Kringle candle action soon. And make sure you check out for new videos. One thing I do want to mention, my spring evaluations that I just posted, the third part is coming out. I was actually supposed to finish it last night. It's coming out, but I'm also going to release the videos candle by candle. So don't be upset that I'm posting the same things, but sometimes people are searching for specific candles, so I want to make sure that they're isolated. Does that make sense? If you haven't subscribed, please share the love, reach out to friends and family. Let's make 2018 a year of growth organically, grow and really make this circle of positivity, the circle of candle enthusiasts bigger and bigger. I'm working with several candle companies as we speak, smaller, maybe not so small, really. Smaller candle companies and small, medium candle companies, trying to get them involved into candle enthusiast content. It's a lot. It's a big balancing act. It's like spinning plates, but really exciting things happening in 2008. And the more people we have in our circle, our bubble, the easier it's going to be for us to have these possibilities, and also for us to get things like promo codes. Like, do we want another promo code for Which City Wicks? I think we do. And Liz would be very happy to give it to us. So let's make sure that we're constantly making this channel, the subscribers. Let's get this family bigger. I'm repeating myself. Thank you so much. Remember to hit that like button before you leave if you haven't already. I will be seeing you guys soon, but until then, be good. See, I can't really exit the frame because I'm tethered to the phone, so I have to turn it off like this. Bye-bye, guys.